Hey gang, it's JC and this is your Daily Dose for Friday, July 9th, 2010. A cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Looking towards the weather forecast for the weekend. Dave Murray's got it in the corner right here. Also, we have archives at the top of the page. And you can subscribe to the audio of the Daily Dose on iTunes if you hit that icon. I'm enjoying my 15-month paid vacation. Well, I'm trying to enjoy it. It's very painful. I'm very worried. When you are exposed to this much sunshine, you're an increased risk for skin cancer being out here at the pool. Yeah, they really put me in danger, so I'm just trying to make the best of all of it. All right, let's get to the news. A new law in Louisiana allows citizens to carry guns into church. Well, that's good. Finally, something that helps the altar boys protect themselves against the Catholic priests. Conan gets an Emmy nomination. Jay Leno does not. Just when you think this story is over, it's not going to get any freakier, it just does. Spain versus the Netherlands in the World Cup this weekend. If you're smart, you put all your money on me not watching. The American Idol Tour is having trouble selling tickets. They're canceling shows. Omaha, Kansas City, Toronto, Buffalo, Portland, Winnipeg, and Cleveland. Gosh, first LeBron and now American Idol. It sucks to be Cleveland. By the way, Crystal Bowersock's got her teeth fixed just in time for the tour. All right, 34% of young women in a new survey, 34% of young women say the first thing they do in the morning is check Facebook. Actually, the first thing they do is go home. Hello. You always wait till I'm doing the Daily Dose to fly over the house. Jillian Harris from season 13 of The Bachelor is called off her engagement to Ed from season 5 of The Bachelorette. I know this is difficult to keep track of. The scoreboard for both shows combined, The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, 1 for 19. Nice job. Bruce Willis says he's coming out with a line of hair products. Bruce Willis, the man whose head has been shaved for the last 12 years. What's next? A line of Michael Moore workout videos? A 55-year-old lawyer says he is the father of LeBron James, and he's filed a lawsuit that did a DNA test, and it came back saying that you got a 0% chance of being his father, but he says the test was tampered with. He wants $4 million. Nice timing. Just a coincidence. Lindsay Lohan sending out these bizarre tweets saying that her constitutional rights have been violated and all sorts of stupid stuff. I like the body language experts that showed up on the news. They were watching the tape and they said, oh yeah, she's deceptive and hostile and she's lying, until the sentence came down, and then they said her reaction was the real thing. When she was in court, by the way, she underwent 3 wardrobe changes. In court! 3 wardrobe changes. All right, the Pew Research Center. These guys have been around for a long time. Solid organization. They do these surveys, and when the results come out, you can pretty much take it to the bank. And they did a survey about new media, digital media, that sort of stuff, and 90% of Americans between the ages of 18 and 29 have a cell phone. That's not a big surprise. They're doing the photos and the texts and the internet and the music and the video. But the sort of big story is that the 30 to 49 demo is doing that stuff, and they're doing it at an increased rate than the kids. Wi-Fi use is up 39 to 47% just in the last year. Handheld mobile device use way up among minorities. 87% of blacks and Latinos are wireless internet users compared to 80% of you white folks out there. Like that Russian spy story yesterday, and you turn on the news, let's go to Bob, who was in court all day. Bob, thanks, Bill. He starts talking, and then they go to the artist rendering of the courtroom. It's the 21st century. And you can put cameras in every public place imaginable. You can put cameras in an intersection, but can't have them in court. No, it's only 2010 something bad might happen. Channel 4 sinking to new depths of journalistic vacancy. Now, you got this guy who perpetrated this terrible crime, abducting this little girl out in Louisiana, Missouri. So he shoots himself. Now they find out that the mother of this guy has an apartment in South St. Louis. So Channel 4 sends this lantern-jawed heathen, Erica Byfield, out there, and she's banging on the door. And the person on the other side of the door, the mother says, get out of here, I'll call the cops, which is what she should have done. Now, this is a terrible crime, and she is the mother of a guy who did something absolutely heinous. However, she didn't do anything wrong. She's not convicted of any crime. She's not even been accused of a crime. And yet, She's being they gave her address out. They showed her apartment on television. She didn't do anything wrong. I mean, come on. Don't most of us have somebody in their family who either has or is capable of creating some sort of, committing some sort of terrible crime? Hell, in my family, I'm probably that guy. Just sleaze Orama over there at Channel 4. Oh, and by the way, it wasn't solid police work, and it wasn't the community getting involved and calling the police with tips and stuff like that solved the crime. According to our local newscasters, prayers were answered, and there were miracles, and we have angels at work. God, this is 2010. I find this stuff hard to believe. You know, it's not the job of some church-going, bubble-headed newscaster to try to push their religious beliefs on me. I don't know what's going on. All right, so I'm going to be doing a little traveling next week. Not renting a car this time, taking my own car, but you know, you rent a car and you assume that the car they're giving you is safe. Well, it turns out that the rental car companies have no policy with regard to adhering to recalls of automobiles. So these two girls are driving a PT Cruiser that they rented from one of the standard car companies, and they're driving along. The engine catches fire. Why? Because the car had been recalled, but the rental car company didn't send it back. Car catches fire, smoke comes up, they can't see where they're going, they have a crash, they're killed, family is suing. And it turns out, industry-wide, there's no policy for recalling cars. So it's like, oh yeah, we'll send it over next week, and of course they never do. And people are always yapping about the role of government. Government should be small. Government shouldn't get involved. Government shouldn't interfere. And then something like this happens and people start yelling, why wasn't there a law? Can't have it both ways. You want oil not to gush into the Gulf of Mexico? You want your cars not to catch fire? I don't know, folks. I don't have any answers. I'm just trying to get along like you. All right, JC's Video Village last day before we put it in the archives. Go back to 1998. The Wedding Singer was the movie. The star was Drew Barrymore, and watch what she does at the end of the interview. JC's Way Back Machine. We're going back to 1998 for the Mark McGwire home run chase. He was 3 away from breaking Roger Maris's record, and the news stations are going crazy. Some very unintentionally funny comments in these news reports. Not necessarily the news this week. Albert and Mark McGwire. All right, JC's Eye Candy today. You're going to go see a movie this weekend? We're thinking about going to see one too. I have put up the 100 greatest movie insults of all time. It takes 10 minutes to go through it. It's filthy, it's loaded with profanity, but boy is it funny. It's hilarious, it's great. The 100 greatest movie insults of all time. JC's Eye Candy. Check it out right below what you're looking at right now. All right, Monday, as we said, we're going to be on the road for a couple of days. More about that when we hit the road. Also, our new weekly features, Video Village, Way Back Machine. Are you in a high-risk group for divorce? I'll tell you, and I'll tell you the difference between naked and nude. You didn't know there was one. All right. Try to make it through the weekend without breaking the law, or at least not getting caught. That's it. That's your Daily Dose. Friday, July 9th, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. We'll talk to you on Monday. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.